What's up with it? Y'all already know what it is. There you go talking that boxing again. Yeah, we back again. We back again, but we ain't even never left. And salute to everybody when you come in the building. Make sure that you hit that like button and hop in the comment section. Let me know that you off in the building. Yeah, we got a lot to cook on today. You know, we got a lot to cook on today that we didn't even, get through yesterday. A lot of new news in boxing we got to cook on. Phil J 508, what's happening with it? T Real 713, what's happening with it? Mark Wonderlick off in the building, what's good with it? Chino Figueroa, what's happening with it? Yeah, we got a whole lot to cook on today. It's going down for real. And like I said, hit that like button as you come in the building. Brown on boxing, salute to you, my bro. Roger Williams, what's happening with it? What's up with it, Alex? What's happening with it, fam? How you been? My man, Mr. Valentine, what's happening with it? Matthew Valentine off in the building. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna be some hot cooking today. Bumpy Thompson in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah. A lot of new news in boxing I gotta, talk about with y'all. A lot of shit going on. A lot going on. Oh, yeah. That's what's up, Alex. I'm gonna have to come check you out. I know you still at the same spot. Mike Rhymes say, I'm glad you came on. And he said, I'm glad you came on. I'm in the hospital getting checked kidney stones. Had nothing to do. Let's get it cracking. Hey, man, prayers out to you, Mike Ryan, man. I haven't had no kidney stones, but my pops had them years ago, man. He said that's some of the worst pain he ever felt. So, man, heal up and get well soon. When he said he passed in kidney stones, I think he passed out. Chino Figueroa, he said, the way Wilder moving, Fury going night. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. Man, so let's go ahead and get it started. The first thing, hold on real quick, y'all. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to cook on is yesterday the news broke that Jake Paul, man, because we already know that Jake Paul, he signed a big deal with Showtime. A lot of people don't like that Jake Paul is able to come into boxing, and just basically get all these big fights, get all this big media around him when a lot of fighters been grinding their whole life and nobody's paying attention to him. You feel me? Like Jake Paul is able to get these big fights, get these big shows, and you got guys like Gary Russell, that is one of the best fighters in boxing, should be on the pound. He would definitely be on the pound for pound list. He will be up there on the pound for pound list if he got a chance to display his skills more, right? But guys like Gary Russell and a lot of fighters, that's been doing it their whole life and they don't get no recognition. Then you got a guy like Jake Paul that's bam. He stepped on the scene and now he just, pay-per-view attraction, got a big deal with Showtime and so on. So a lot of people don't like that, right? A lot of people do not like that. So with that being said, Jake Paul now, with the new deal that he got with Showtime, he got another big fight coming up. And Jake Paul is finna get in the ring with Tyron Woodley. Now, this chick gonna be dangerous for Jake Paul. I'm letting y'all know right now. Tyron Woodley ain't nothing to play with. You dig? My man, Smooth Groove Boxing off in that super chat like he always do, always coming through, showing love. He say, what's understood don't have to be explained. This love real. Oak Cliff in the building. That's what it is, man. Appreciate you always coming through, showing love. But man, this fight with Tyron Woodley, what's going on with you, Sheena, Queen in the building, T Real 713, Mark Wonderlick. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Mark Wonderlick said, kidney stones are horrible. I had kidney stones before. He says that shit hurt, man. He said hurt like a mother. Man, I like I said, I hope I don't never have to have kidney stones, but I heard that them kidney stones, man, I heard that shit hurt. Like I said, my dad, he don't complain about too much pain at all. When he had them kidney stones, he said that was the worst pain he ever had felt. What's good with it? Big money off in the building.
What's going down, Brody? What's going down over chilling? What's going down with the people in the building?
Oh man, you know, we just starting to cook, man. I was just talking about Macadocious Mac of the South. What's happening with it? Hold on. Oh yeah, definitely. Let me wrench. Let me go to the YouTube and wrench Mark Wonderlick up, man. I thought he had a wrench, but anyway, man. While I'm doing that, money, I was getting ready to talk about how Jake Paul, you know, he come into boxing and he already signed a big deal with Showtime, right? He got a big deal with Showtime Boxing, and I was talking about how a lot of fighters like Gary Russell and a whole lot of other fighters that's been doing it their whole life on the highest level, they can't even get fights. And a lot of these guys, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like that is making a mockery of the sport. But we'll get into that later. You dig? But what I was going to talk about is Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, dog. Jake Paul, this might be the one for Jake Paul because Tyron Woodley is a motherfucking monster with them hands. Like Tyron Woodley, he got power for real. And he know how to box. And he's been training on his stand-up game for quite some time. Now, we know in the UFC, Tyron Woodley, he ain't been looking too good for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Tyron Woodley, shit, I think he on like a 4-fight losing streak. But his stand-up game is what you need to worry about, right? And he's been training boxing stand-up longer than Jake Paul has. And that was Tyron Woodley MO. If you know what I'm saying, he was either going to get you down to the ground because he's a great wrestler, or he was going to knock your ass out because he got great stand-up game. And he got very serious, vicious knockout power. So Jake Paul could be in trouble, dog. Jake Paul could be in trouble. Let me wrench my mans up, and then I'm going to go ahead and let me wrench a few people up. Let me get Macadocious Mac of the South. Let me get him wrenched up too. Mark Wonderlick, and I'm going to let you go cook on that, man. You there, money?
Yep, I'm here. Yep. Okay. Man, Tyron Woodley, that's my guy, man. That's my St. Louis brother. You know, me and him had a conversation. Shit, we took a picture together. We was at a little boxing event. It was an ESPN boxing event here and shit. We met up there and shit. But yeah, man, listen, that's gonna be Jake Paul's toughest competition. That's his toughest competition. Now he in a real fight. He in a real fight now. So, you know, he talked himself into some real shit. I'm gonna say that because Woodley is a boxer. You feel me? He is a boxer, and if Jake Paul, first of all, let me say this: congratulations to Jake Paul. Let me congratulate the man, because like you said, Key, how he came into the game, it ain't about just people doing it on a high level. It's about the money and putting asses in the seats and the business. Like we was like, this confirmed everything that we was talking about when we talking about the business side of shit. If you come in and you can put asses in the seats and you can do good business, this what happened, man. This what happens. And you can't knock it. You can't knock the shit. You feel me? Because it ain't like the motherfucker going out there and it's some bullshit. This motherfucker really out there going out there and knocking motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? and he putting real fighters in there. Ben Askren is a real fighter. Tyron Woodley is a real fighter. You know, so you gotta salute the motherfucker. Whether we can say, people want to say this, look, he taking a chance with his life as well now. So he going in there, he entertaining, bro. It's about entertainment, dog. Floyd said all the time, that's why Floyd's a fucking master at marketing and geniuses. He said it's about entertaining the people. If you can entertain the people, then you got them, bro. Everybody wants some excitement in their life. Everybody, don't matter if it's a boxing fight, a UFC versus a boxer, or some motherfucking YouTubers. Motherfucker, think about this, Key. Motherfucker used to watch backyard fighting, bro. Motherfucker just Two regular motherfuckers off the streets going in the backyard banging that shit to get hella hits. To Kimbo Slice made himself a big entity off of backyard fights. He made it all the way to the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows you a fight is a fight. It don't matter who the fuck it is. Everybody loves a good fight. Keith Thurman had that right. Keith Thurman said everybody loves a good fight. And these motherfuckers going out there fighting, whether you can just get pissed off at them or it's ruining the sport, this, that, and the third, man. They going out there, they bringing entertainment, they bringing excitement. I never thought in a million years I will be looking at this shit, liking this shit, caught up in it. And I'm all for it. I'm like, when I first heard about my little nephew put me on KSI and fucking Logan Paul, I didn't know who the fuck they was. I didn't know who the fuck the Paul brothers was. I'm like, who, boy? He's like, yeah, they fight. I'm like, they fight. I'm like, I ain't worrying about that shit. Next thing you know, I'm all the way into the shit. Seen the first fight, the second fight, looking at Jake Paul. Look, and I swear, I'm not gonna watch that. I said it to myself. I'm not watching no shit like that. Why am I worrying about that?
I had no idea who they was.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm watching real boxing.
The kids knew who they was. I didn't know who the fuck they was. I'm like, who?
Exactly. The kids hipped our ass to him. You hear me? And I'm like, what? Right. And that shit was buzzing. Now look at it, bro. It turned into something big. Bro. And we gotta respect it. But him against Tyron Woodley, that's a real fucking fight now. He in a real fucking fight now. All that talking and all that shit, you have to really train. But like I say, man, we got Hall of Fame trainers in Zab Judah and Corey Spinks saying the motherfucker Jake Paul can fight, bro. They say he ain't got good defense. They not just going.
He got offense. He ain't got the defense, but the offense is there.
Yeah, the offense is there, bro. So you know, if they coming out saying these Hall of Fame fighters, man, they smart. They seeing this man spawn real motherfucking fighters, and he holding his own. So you know, it ain't gonna be an easy task for Tyron Woodley neither, because Jake Paul, that motherfucking crack, and just because he talking shit don't mean he can't fight. That's that motherfucker's one of them wild boys. Like, you gonna have to beat his ass and knock his ass out for him to stop. And even when you knock his ass out, he still get up and still do the same shit. So
one of the motherfuckers in the bar and shit, you be beating the shit out of him, he be bloody and shit still coming forward.
Come on, you and that
motherfucker.
Second guessing yourself. Hit that nigga. Everything you got, the face bloody, then the motherfucker, he's still trying to fight you. So look, yeah. I can respect it, bro. It's a real fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna knock nobody hustle. I can respect it. And we gonna see what Jake Paul got, because like we said, kid, it's a real fight. This now he in a tough fucking fight. He's gonna be the toughest fight of his life. And if he go on there and whip Tyron Woodley ass, and like I'm going for Tyron Woodley, I think he gonna win. That's my St. Louis brother. But if he go on there and whip Tyron Woodley ass, man, I'm giving that man all his motherfucking credit and just do dog.
Man, let me get to these super chats real quick, man. My man T Real 713 off in the building. He say, salute to y'all, but then Paul brothers market themselves. He says a lot of talented guys like Russell and Bud, even Doodoo, depend too much on their promoters. And that's a fact, man. And that's what me and my man Batman was talking about. Me and him was going back and forth, because I'm like, they got to do better marketing themselves. The Russell brothers got all the talent in the world, but now the game has changed to where, just getting in the ring and looking spectacular, that doesn't really, do everything like it used to. And my man World Combat Sports off in the building. He say, what? He say, money talking on YouTubers, a miracle has happened.
I'm telling you, Scotty, bro. Scotty, I ain't never thought in a million years, bro, I be talking about some goddamn YouTubers.
Man, that shit crazy, dog.
It's crazy, bro.
My man, World Combat Sports, and make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports, man. Let me say this. Actually broke this down yesterday. I think World Combat was how I found out about the Jake Paul. Matter of fact, World Combat Sports channel is the first channel that I saw break the news on Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. Because if y'all need to go subscribe to World Combat, because he actually covers MMA in full. So if you want to learn about MMA, or you already fuck with MMA and love MMA, go to World Combat Sports. Plus, he cover all the boxing too. So he do it all. So make sure y'all go subscribe to my man Scotty over there on World Combat Sports.
Let me say this, kid. Let me say this, man. Motherfuckers be hating on Scotty, bro. Scotty got one of the best motherfucking shows out here, dog.
By far.
Field, like he in the field putting in the work. He come back and give motherfuckers a good show. Motherfuckers be hating on World Combat, bro, and that's some bitch ass shit. Cause nigga, his shit should be jumping, dog. Scotty shit, and this ain't like he ain't asked no motherfucker to come over. But I just see a lot of weak motherfuckers out there that can't take a different opinion, or somebody got a different way of thinking than them. You know what I'm saying? And that's a real man and that just stand on his shit.
Right.
It'd be a whole lot of weak motherfuckers out here, bro. And that's some bull, and that's the shit that I be hating, bro. But if you put some bullshit up there, or put World Combat and whole money going net on Scotty channel, you'll have 1 million motherfuckers in the building. But when a nigga putting out that real shit, right, real content, motherfuckers don't want to support, but they'll support a whole lot of bullshit. You feel
Right.
me?
He
That's
gonna stand on his square. He gonna stand on his square. He ain't on no whole shit. And he gonna let a motherfucker know if you come up in there on some whole shit.
And he giving your ass real knowledge.
Real knowledge and real content.
Real. You motherfuckers need to show real love to the real motherfuckers out here and stay off that fake shit. For real.
Right.
Shouts out to World Combat. Keep grinding, Scotty, bro. I'm gonna support you to the end, champ.
No doubt, no doubt. But man, as far as this, yeah, no doubt, World Combat, and there you go, showing love again, no doubt, man. We appreciate you, man, bringing that hot content all the time, nigga. Man, consistently. And man, as far as like I said, I got this news from World Combat, and as far as the Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul, I'm going for Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley is my guy, and I think that Tyron Woodley he gonna fuck up Jake Paul. You know, I might be wrong because Jake Paul we don't really know how good Jake Paul really is because we seen him up in there against Nate Robinson. We seen Nate Robinson. Once Nate Robinson got hit, that motherfucker didn't know what to do. He went into a full-blown windmill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have stuck to fucking slam dunking at basketballs, dog. You know, and then he fought Ben Askren. Now, Ben Askren was a real UFC fighter, but Ben Askren don't have no stand-up game. Bill Askren, he can't box as good as a Seizure Boy. You know what I'm saying? Ben Askren don't have no stand-up. And I was telling cats, I was actually on World Combat channel telling people that Ben Askren, like Jake Paul, gonna fuck up Ben Askren. I think that World Combat had picked Ben Askren, but I picked Jake Paul because I said Ben Askren ain't got no hands. He don't got no stand-up game, you know? So Jake Paul went in there and got him up out of there. But what did impress me is that he knocked out Ben Askren like he did. Because we know them UFC dudes, they tough. Them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They got chins. You feel me? But he went in there and knocked out Ben Askren, another guy that don't have no stand-up game. So now we actually get to see him in there with somebody that has a stand-up game and that actually got real power. You feel me? We got that has real power, that can box, and that has real power to hurt Jake Paul. So now we're going to be able to see if Jake Paul got a chin. Now, the thing, like my man World Combat was saying yesterday, Tyron Woodley, he been on a losing streak, and Tyron Woodley he suffered a lot of stoppages. You know, he suffered a few stoppages lately, and you're not used to seeing Tyron Woodley get choked out and shit like that. Hold on, man. This damn doorbell. You're not used to seeing Tyron Woodley get choked out and all of that, right? So the main thing is, how is Tyron Woodley? Where is his head at? Like, you know, is he punch drunk now? Because you know, when you start getting knocked out and choked out, when you get hit in that right spot, you're a lot more susceptible to get knocked out. Like Roy Jones. Roy Jones went his whole career without ever getting knocked out. Then once he started getting touched, it was a lot easier to touch Roy Jones and to get him up out of there. You feel me? I don't know. It's just something in the brain that just clicked when you know. So I don't know. Tyron Woodley is washed up in the UFC. He is when it comes to MMA, but this is different. This is stand-up. This is boxing. This is Tyron Woodley's game, you know. This is Tyron Woodley's game. He was a wrestler in the UFC, but he was a stand-up guy. And his most dangerous attribute was his stand-up. You know, dudes are scared to get hit by Tyron Woodley because he'll put you to sleep. You know, I would like to know what size gloves they boxing with. I'm thinking they probably gonna be in 10-ounce gloves that's still small enough to knock a motherfucker out. They ain't got no headgear on and they go 8 rounds. So to me, that's a real fight. You feel me? 10-ounce gloves, no headgear, going 8 rounds. That is a real fight. Oh man, yeah, man. That's my alarm since I got to scream on because I'm like, when I hear that, I can't miss it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm asleep, I'm gonna wake up because I got the camera. So even if you come in front of my shit, it'll scream and it'll let me know. So I picked that because I'm like, I can't miss that.
Right, shit.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. Hey, that shit scared me one time, man. I was knocked out sleep, man. I hopped up. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn today.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So this is a dangerous fight for Jake Paul. And I'm gonna tell you like this: if he go out there and he stop Tyron Woodley or knock Tyron Woodley out, dog, we gotta give him his credit. We gotta give him all of his credit at the full extent. We got to give him all of his credit if he go out there and knock out Tyron Woodley.
They ain't no easy shit. For real.
Nah. And Tyron Woodley tough. Man, right. We see how Tyron Woodley got beat up by Usman. Man, he took the beating of his life by Usman, but he took that fucking beating.
But ask me this though. Who did he take a beat standing up on his feet? Like he get his ass whooped on the ground, right?
Yeah, on the ground, and he got choked out a couple times.
He got choked out a couple times. When you stand up with Tyron Woodley, you one of the hardest punches motherfuckers in the game. So we finna find out. Now credit, there is gonna be an 8-ounce gloves. Now he ain't in the UFC thing, so we gonna see. But like I say, Woodley is a stand-up fighter. He's a stand-up fighter, and that motherfucker got real power. So if Jake Paul can take this shit and he can go in there and beat Woodley, I don't give a damn about what happened in the UFC. None of that shit. This white boy ain't no goddamn UFC fighter. He ain't no real boxer. He learning though. He doing this thing, and I give him the credit because you can see that you got to give him some type of credit because even when he in the ring, he don't look like no slouch. Like the motherfucker look like he got some skills in a good stand-up game. You know what I'm saying? So if he can go in there and knock out Tyron Woodley ass, bro, even if he can just beat him, bro, I'm giving that motherfucker all his credit, bro. I'm giving Jake Paul all his credit.
You got to. And the thing about Jake Paul, if he beats Tyron Woodley, because he's steady getting better.
If he beat Tyron Woodley, Floyd fight happening next, Key.
He's steady getting better, and his confidence is steady building. And if he beat Tyron Woodley, like you said, the Floyd fight will be next, and that fight will be huge.
Yeah,
huge.
Especially if Floyd beat the big brother.
Now, Batman, what's happening with it, Batman? Now,
what's going down, big bro?
With that being said, like I said, money, a lot of people don't like that, right? And Gary Russell, he actually made a statement on that. Gary Russell made a statement, and he basically said, like, with these dudes that's able to come in and these YouTube dudes, he said, it's making a mockery of boxing. Gary Russell feels that it's making a mockery of boxing. And I don't have no problem with Gary Russell feeling that way because, if I'm in his shoes, I'm like, all the fucking talent that I have, all of the work that I didn't put in my whole life, and these motherfuckers just get to come in, get big Showtime contracts, get these big ass fights. But, when you see things like that, you got to continue to evolve with times. You feel me? You got to continue to evolve with times because we see that the boxing game has changed. It ain't all about who is the toughest and the meanest and who can fight the best, who got the best skills. You know what I'm saying? So you got to evolve with times, and I feel Gary Russell how he feel because on some real shit, I mean, you can't fault him for feeling that way. Because if you are real, because see, Gary Russell, he coming from the standpoint is, man, this is a man's sport. I'm a man's man. Ain't all of that bullshit shouldn't be allowed in the sport. But shit, man, everything has changed, The media, everything has changed in the sport now. So it's either that you can sit back and you can complain about it, and I'm not talking shit for him complaining about it because I understand 100% how he feel. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit back and you complain about it, but it ain't really gonna do nothing. Or you can notice what's going on, see what's going on, and if you really want to better your position, shit, you can start moving different. You know what I'm saying? You can start moving different, and you can move with the change. Because life always change, and you got to continue to know how to continue to move along with it to stay ahead of the game. Lucia Johnson, what's going on with you, Queen? Where you been at, Lucia?
You can't call it bullshit though, kid. On the simple fact of they doing what they do. Entertainment is entertainment, bro. Like I say, motherfuckers watch backyard fighting all the time and they get big ass numbers. Only thing it is these big networks, they picking up on it and they bringing it to them now, right? And when you look at it, you have to be worrying about your business, not the next man's business, bro. You can't worry about the next man's business because at the same time, it's still bringing eyes to the sport. It's still putting boxing on the front center now. Just because maybe you not reaping shit off of it, you feel me? You can't get pissed off at the next man for doing their job. Now, of course, you want to see Gary Russell and them get their money and get in the ring, right? But you have to go out there and do that for your damn self. Put your own career out there. These motherfuckers talking, they showboating, they doing what they got to do to put themselves in front of the camera. And like you said, shit changes now, and boxing is a business now, bro. Putting asses in the seats is what counts now. You feel me? Of course, we want to see the best versus best. Let me not I'm not excluding that. Like, oh man, y'all motherfuckers don't want to see the best fight the best no more. This, that. No, we want to see the best fight the best, bro. But just because we want to see the best fight the best, and if we push for it, and that don't mean the shit still gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers still want to see entertainment, dog. Motherfuckers want to see action. Yeah. You feel me? And when you look at Jake Paul, they talking all that shit. They knocking motherfuckers out. They like he getting into the ring with Tyron Woodley now.
But see,
so money, you can't knock that shit.
And money, we in the sport, this ain't shit that just popped up like we just start seeing, right? Yeah, with the YouTubers, but in boxing, we've had a long time to see how shit was changing and these fighters to adapt to it, right? It didn't just happen overnight, right? You go back, and I hate to use him as an example, but I mean, he the perfect example to use, right? Adrian Broner hasn't looked good, hasn't looked spectacular in the fight since fucking, 2012? when he fought Antonio DeMarco, right? Almost 10 years. Think about that. Adrian Broner hasn't performed and looked great in the fight in almost 10 years, right? Adrian Broner, he been on the fucking losing streak. He done bored fucking crowds to death. But one thing he can do is he can talk his ass off and he can sell a fucking fight. He still got the biggest names calling him out to this day, right? To this day. Just all off of his fucking mouth and his charisma and how he's able to sell a fight. So we've had a long time to see, man, this shit is changing. The sport of boxing is changing, and we need to adapt with the change. Do I like it? No, I don't like this shit because, I'm about the best fighting the best. I'm about, seeing the sport that I grew up on, a real motherfucking gladiator combat sport. But
the question is,
complain about it all day.
Are you entertained?
There ain't nothing I can do about it. You feel me?
Are you entertained, though, Key? That's the question.
Some of it is entertaining.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like with Jake Paul, to me, Jake Paul is entertaining. Now his brother, Logan Paul is not entertaining. Right. Logan Paul, to me, he can't box worth shit. You feel me? Mayweather's gonna have to go in there this weekend. It's on Sunday, huh?
Sunday, yeah.
That's crazy. A fight on Sunday. Well, Mayweather's gonna have to go in there this Sunday and carry Logan Paul. He gonna have to go in there and carry Logan Paul. And I hear people saying about this Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul fight. Oh, well, the dude is 200 pounds, and man, that don't fucking mean shit because he can't fight like that. Now, Jake Paul can fight. Logan Paul can't fight like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? And my man, Mr. Mechanical, off in that super chat showing love. He said, y'all brothers stay spitting facts, and Batman, hell of a performance by bro Saturday night. He says, and if AB answers his call out, he gets washed laundromat style. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I got a video coming for y'all. So make sure, right? After this live, I'm gonna be dropping my video and make sure all y'all go watch that. Make sure all y'all go watch that. I got some breaking news, a video coming out. But yeah, man, shit is changing, money, shit changing, man. And I don't know, man. Where do you see the state of boxing going to now with all of this YouTube and actors and all of that? You know, kind of kicking the door in on the sport.
But boxing's still in the beautiful place. Because look, this year we still got some hell of a fights coming up. You feel me? Now the thing is, this what people might get shit misconstrued at, because now it's 3 pay-per-views in this month. You see what I'm saying? It's 3 pay-per-views. Floyd the first. You feel me? Everybody know that's the big ass entertainment and shit like that. He's the first. Then you got the Triller card. Then you got the Gervonta Davis card. You know what I mean? So it's gonna come down to motherfuckers picking their poison.
Teofimo on Triller, yeah, right.
Triller, yeah, Teofimo, yeah. My bad. I should have said his name. But yeah, you know, and so it's 3 pay-per-views and shit. So motherfuckers be feeling the same way. Oh, well, Floyd knocking this and he knocking that. Well, Triller was up first. They decided to move the card. They should have just held they nuts and just said, fuck it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Because either way it go, you know, if a motherfucker pay for Floyd first, you risking it. You know what I'm saying? You risking it. Like if you was up first on pay-per-view, and even though Floyd was right behind you, I'd rather take the chance of being in front of this motherfucker than behind this motherfucker. But you do give a motherfucker a couple days to recuperate. You feel me? So okay, that's their paycheck this week. You give a motherfucker a couple weeks to recuperate, and then you know Tank going after that. So I can understand it, but at the same time, I would have held my nuts. But so people probably look at it in that fashion. But if you're a fucking fight fan, you know you gonna do what you gotta do. You gonna do what you gotta do. You feel me? So we go rock it out this month, you know, go tap the pockets, but we gonna rock it out this month and fuck around with every card and show the people and shit. But you know, I think boxing is still in the beautiful place because we still got a lot of we got motherfucking trilogies coming up, we got undisputed fights coming up, we got big time fights coming up, we got Earl and fucking Pacquiao. It's a lot of beautiful things going on in boxing right now, and this shit to me, it adds on to the sport. It still adds on to the sport of boxing because it's boxing. And it's not UFC. UFC name it's just boxing. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how people look at it, man. Some people try to shit on it. They try to big up their best fighters because they coming up and shit. But I'm gonna respect it for what it is, bro. I'm gonna respect it for what it is. It's entertainment. Shit, Floyd, they carried the sport for so long, and shit, he doing what he got to do. It don't matter. Like I said, 500 motherfuckers ain't gonna stop one show. Whether 500 motherfuckers get together, oh, we don't want to watch this. But guess what? It's gonna be other million motherfuckers that is gonna watch it. So I think it's in a good place, bro. And it's bringing it back to the front and center.
Yeah, man. I think that you know the way you put it, like, yeah, man. I think that they saved boxing. They saved this year, right? Because we was looking real bad at one point in time. Boxing was looking real bad, and then they came out with that Showtime schedule. Bam, they had, you know what I'm saying? They had some mega fights on there. And don't forget about we got Jermell Charlo, you feel me, coming in July, undisputed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of big fights we got. So we still got some great things to look forward to with the top fighters. Yeah. Right? I think you got a lot of feedback, Batman.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going down, man. If I hit the mute button, you know why? These damn kids.
Okay. Yeah, man. And what's good with it, Batman?
What's up, Keith? What's up, man?
Salute to you.
What's up, big bro? How you feeling?
I'm cool, man. Just got up.
Yeah, man. So you know, so they came and saved boxing, right? And then let's not forget what Top Rank is doing over there. Top Rank is giving us good fights.
I ain't say boxing, man. It's just the fucking promoters. I ain't trying to give y'all a good fucking show.
Nah, but man, they came with some good fights. They didn't came with some good fights because I'm saying, Batman, that for a while boxing was looking bad. We didn't even have no fights for Showtime or PBC. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. Then they came with this Errol Spence. They came with this Errol Spence and Pacquiao. They came with the Jermell Charlo, undisputed. Then we got, you know what I'm saying? We had the Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. We got the motherfucking trilogy with Deontay Wilder. So as a boxing fan, we can't complain right now because, yeah, it's a lot of fighters that ain't fighting each other, but there's a lot of big fights. Huh?
About time.
Yeah, it's a lot of big fights that we are getting, right? We
About time.
can't get everything, but we are getting a lot of big fights. Now,
Man, shouldn't hold up. Shouldn't we
hold
get
on.
up?
Let me finish,
Go ahead,
Batman.
go ahead,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
let you go. Let me finish. And so all I gotta say is to what Money said, with all of that, we got these big boxing fights, right? I think it's gonna put more eyes on the sport, the Jake Paul and the Logan Pauls and all that. Do I like YouTubers getting in the sport and getting all this recognition? Not necessarily, but it does, it could do a lot of good for the sport. It's bringing eyes to boxing that usually wouldn't be paying attention to boxing. You feel me? So you got to get it how you can. You got to get it how you can. So I don't see no problem with it. And then Batman, I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook.
How's it bringing eyes to boxing? It's just their fans looking at their favorite fight. I mean, their favorite celebrity go fight. It's not like they gonna attach themselves to somebody in boxing. If he was fighting somebody that was in boxing and he get beat up real bad and they become a fan of the fighter, cool. But that's not what's happening. Y'all acting like that's what's happening. That's not what's happening. It's just his fans is coming to see him fight, and he ain't picking nothing but a celebrity or another a bum ass UFC fighter. But man, like I can't knock their hustle. They get that money.
You can't call him no bum ass UFC fighter. He a former champion. Tyron Woodley ain't no bum. He a former champion.
He a bum at boxing.
Huh?
He's a bum at boxing.
No, he's not.
How he not?
Because he has Tyron Woodley got stand-up game. Tyron Woodley got real power.
Listen, stand-up game and UFC, they squared off all the time. They
squared off. I said, if you follow Tyron Woodley, he trains boxing. Like he do that. He trains for a long time. He been trained in boxing.
That's not his expertise. I see if he was fighting a boxer that was 5-0 or you know what I'm saying, something like that, I can respect that.
I can feel you back, but I'm looking at it from a standpoint too of, it's in this month. In this month, we still got boxing coming up. So once you're looking at the situation, it's a big ass event. It's a big ass event. So the way I look at it as, right, it's a boxing match. It could have UFC on that bitch. It could have anything, bro. Fucking celebrities, this and that. But it got boxing on that bitch. And to me, I feel like it still put boxing in the front and center, bro, because we still got boxing coming behind it. Now, I get what you're saying. It got to be some fights on there to try to gravitate towards that shit where it can put some eyes on them. But I just still think it's good for boxing, me, myself.
I mean, I want to know. But listen, that's just like, how can I say? I don't really want to say it the way I want to say it. But, that's just like their fans are only coming to see once whoever they coming to see, they gone.
It's over.
Come back to the
I get what you're saying. Like when it's a main, like when we're watching the main event card, motherfuckers coming there. Hey, when is Canelo fighting?
Yeah.
Want to watch the undercard? All right, we'll be back. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They not coming. They coming to watch Jake Paul, and when Jake Paul leave the next boxing match, you won't see them same fans.
Well, I mean, that's up to the promotion, right? That's up to the promoters to get them, okay, make sure that y'all check out such and such we got coming up. But see, they don't do that. They need to start promoting, but they need to use these events to promote other fighters and to promote other events in boxing. They can do that.
I think Showtime gonna do that. I think Showtime gonna do it with the tank card coming up and shit like that. I think they gonna do it.
But what I'm saying is, look, they need to stop attacking their fighters. If your fighter get in there with a good fight, another great fighter, if he lose in a fashion where as though it was a great fight, he's still gonna have fans.
That's true. And you might gain fans back because niggas love a good fight.
Yeah, like Monty said, you might gain the respect of other fans.
Yeah.
But the way they doing it is they trying to big up one fighter and keep one fighter on the plateau.
That's true. Can't knock that, y'all.
That's why boxing is dying, dog. That's just like if I go, all right, I smoke weed. I'm looking for the best weed in town. I don't want the mid. I don't want the low. I want to always find the best. So if boxing is not feeding us the best, everybody is not going to really watch it.
Well, I think that if they use these events and these platforms, they can, they could do a lot. They could do a lot because you got a lot of eyes that's on the sport, right? That's all you can ask for is get the people watching, get their eyes on the sport. Now, when you get their eyes on the sport, then it's up to the people that run boxing, the promoters and all of that. It's up to them, right, to take advantage of that if they want to further the sport of boxing. And they can do it. If as long as you have eyes, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Now, are they going to do that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They could get two fighters in the ring and get them to talking shit to each other and then say, make sure that y'all check this fight out, coming up such and such. And you might not get all of them, but you're going to get some of them to come over because, you know what I'm saying? Because people are nosy. They get intrigued by drama. That's all you got to do is get them to get their eyes on them. They're already there. They watching it. You got people all around the world watching this event, right? You already got their eyes on it. Now get them intrigued, right? Get them. That's all you need to do, right? Get them, eager to want to see what's going to happen next. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but the promoters got to start promoting. They don't promote till the fucking fight. They don't promote all year round. They only promote their fighter when they fight about the fight, probably a week or two before the fight.
And that's why sometimes the fighter got to promote their step too when they not in the fight. You gotta know how.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm paying the promotion. I'm paying the promotion company.
Yeah, I'm saying that's when the fight. I'm just saying not when the fight and made. No, the promoters supposed to promote you when you win the fight. Their job is when you sign the contract to promote you. When you
if I'm signed to a 5-year deal with you, you supposed to promote me.
Yeah, but I'm saying outside the ring when that contract not signed, because they got other fights they got to promote as well. And I get what you're saying, but fighters outside the ring, you got to still do things to make yourself bigger too with your platform. Because you now are a name.
Shit, they ain't do that. Look what they did for Lomachenko. Yeah, he wasn't fighting. They try to make him a superstar. Every chance they get when somebody else is fighting. See, they do it for certain motherfuckers, don't.
No, we get that bad. And that's why me and Key was talking about that shit to where I say that's what to take motherfuckers away from certain fighters, right? Like take Lomachenko for instance. People didn't like Lomachenko for those certain reasons, right? People away from the same this and that. Lomachenko not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers I hate Lomachenko for those reasons. Instead of watching him in a fight and saying that he's a bad motherfucker inside the ring and give him credit for what he do, for those reasons, they dislike the man.
Batman, you got something on in the background or something because you got a lot of feedback coming in from you.
They dislike the man for those reasons. You know what I'm saying? But he's not doing it. They are doing the shit. And that's why I say, even though I'm not fit to say this motherfucker better than Muhammad Ali, better than Floyd Mayweather, better than Terrence Bud Crawford, who's doing the same shit as him. But I'm not going to take his credit away from him neither. I'm giving him his just due because he is a bad motherfucker in the ring and he's fighting his ass off, right? And he is getting accolades that he is. They put him in position. No, he's going out, he whooping their ass and he winning. I'm going to give him his credit for that. But still, knowing that, you feel me? Knowing that, when you know your name is you are motherfucking, you can arguably say you're a franchise. In boxing, your name, you your own franchise. You got to help yourself grow as well. You got to go out there motherfucking and do work for yourself as well, bro. Understanding that business is a hard-ass business. You feel me? And yes, you paying the promoter to promote you, but sometimes you just got to self-promote yourself as well, bro. And that's how you grow yourself and become bigger than what you is, shit. Because you ain't going to be under that promoter all your goddamn life. I'm assuming, I hope motherfuckers don't be, even though some of them do be. You feel me? So you still got to put yourself out there.
Right. And T Real off in that super chat. He say, I'm a casual. He says, laugh out loud, but there's a way. And he says, but is there a way to organize a tournament in each division? It's too difficult with all these different promoters and shit. I mean, you could, but they would have to be all under the same promotional company. You know, we've seen tournaments. We've seen tournaments before. We've seen like the Super Six, and we've seen, you know, the tournament, the World Boxing Super Series tournament that they had in the cruiserweight division, and I think they had it at what was that 119 or
they just had it at 118.
Super bantamweight 118.
Well, yeah, 118. So we've seen them before.
Cruiserweight 118. I think they had one at 140, and they had the Super Series with Dre now. So they had like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, so they've had them, but they basically they gotta be all with the same promoter or promoters that work hand in hand with each other. Other than that, it's too, you know what I'm saying, it's too hard to take place. The best one was the Super Six back in the or the one with Andre Ward and them in there back in the day to me.
Man, the sanctioning bodies can do that, man. The sanctioning bodies can put that shit together if they want.
I don't know if they can force it. I don't know if they can force it. But I get what you're saying, Bet, because they control the belts. But still, the promoters who I ain't gonna say control the fight, but got their ass under contract. You know what I mean? Like, people wanted Ramirez in a 140-pound tournament. They want him in the tournament, right? But he didn't do it. He didn't go into it. He went and fought, you know, I think he went and fought Maurice Hooker.
Who?
Ramirez. When they wanted him to be in the tournament. They wanted him to be in that 140-pound tournament.
But yeah, man, so it's just too complicated with all these different promoters that don't fuck with each other, you know. They want all the money. They want to keep all the money in their bubble. You feel me?
There ain't nobody but Top Rank. Top Rank, the only ones want to do that shit.
No, they Top Rank ain't the only ones that do that, Batman.
Man, PBC will fuck with Eddie Hearn and them. I mean, they done did it. They sent Mikey.
Bro, I just made a video in fucking Andre Berto told exactly how PBC moved. Their whole agenda is to get everybody right that they have to fight everybody that they have in their bubble. They want to let everybody know, if you want the biggest fight, you got to come over here, and they want their fighters to realize that, you know, you don't need to go outside of this bubble for nothing. And they want all the other fighters that's not in PBC to realize, hey, you know, they're not fucking with me. So in order for me to get the fights, I got to go with them too. I explained the whole shit in the video. Fucking Al Heyman right-hand man, Andre Berto, he told exactly how they do business. So I'm not finna argue with you about that PBC, they don't do that, and Top Rankers don't, because that ain't the truth. PBC, they run their shit like that too.
So a couple of PBC fighters ain't go on the zone. That's managed by PBC.
What big PBC what big name PBC fighters have you seen go on the zone? Name them. I'm ready, Batman.
Mikey Garcia. He let Mikey
Garcia is not a PBC fighter. Mikey Garcia was never a PBC fighter. Mikey Garcia was a free agent, and he had a contract to where he could go wherever he wants. So he was never.
No, he was still signed with the PBC. That's
no,
why
he wasn't. He said he wasn't himself.
He do more.
Why are you arguing with me about something the man said himself?
Mikey Garcia.
I just got done listening to an interview that Mikey Garcia did.
They should be blackballing Mikey Garcia then.
I just listened to an interview that Mikey Garcia did, and he talked about that. Mikey Garcia was not he is not signed with the PBC.
All right, so they should be blackballing Mikey Garcia for doing that.
Okay.
I mean,
but like I said, I mean that's we can't just put that on Top Rank, because PBC, they run their business like that. And
I mean, that's why Devin Haney ain't get to fight Lomachenko, because Bob Arum put in for the franchise for he can keep Lomachenko away from Devin Haney. For he can have the big fight on Top Rank with Teofimo Lopez and
Lomachenko.
And Lomachenko.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Bet, when you're saying Bob Arum, he do a whole lot of in-house fights, but I think I gotta say they all do in-house fights. Now Bob Arum is the king of in-house fights. Let's not get it twisted, but you know they all doing the shit. That's why motherfuckers trying to build that shit up to where now you got to come over here. So everybody trying to do it. We seen Eddie Hearn with his own saying, you know, if Jamal want to fight, you got to come over here. He ain't gonna get the fight unless he come over here. But plus, if you got fighters like if you got titles inside your organization, inside your I don't know how to call this shit, whatever, your promotional company, like if at 147, they got the straps over there. So we don't got to go outside this motherfucker to do nothing. We straight inside there. Yeah.
That's what they do. Whoever got the most straps at what weight class, they try to what's kind of like PBC, like top rank got 130 right now.
Yeah.
Top rank got 135. The PBC got 147.
154.
154. I understand that.
The zone got 160. Well, they had.
They had 160.
Yeah.
They ain't got them no more. I mean, they do because they got two belts up there.
Yeah. So that's how that shit go. They be trying to keep the money in house until you get that big ass fight that you could make.
Yeah, until you could make, and then they got can't do nothing but collaborate.
Right.
Like Floyd and Pacquiao, when they put that together, they couldn't. Yeah. I mean, Pacquiao needed the money, so Bob couldn't get in the way of that.
Yeah.
See, but Top Rank, you know, they do a lot of business with the zone, though. They do the zone and Top Rank. They do a lot of business with each other. So
it looked like Eddie beefing now.
Huh?
It looked like Eddie and Bob beefing now.
They is.
It could be, but Eddie Hearn spoke on that situation just recently, and Eddie Hearn spoke on that situation. He said that Bob is the type of person to where, you know what I'm saying, you could go to war with him, fuck you, and they could cuss each other out. And he said, you know, the next day it'll be like nothing happened when it's time to do business. He said, so him and Bob got a relationship like that to where they could be at all out war, but when some good business come on the table, he said they'll never mention it and they'll get the business done. So
yeah, but this is what I think what happened with them. You remember when Teofimo Lopez went to
first bid?
First bid?
Yeah.
He was bad as shit that the zone got in there.
Yeah, because he said they had a conversation not to bid on it.
Well, yeah, that's what he was talking about, though. When I say this, Batman, I'm saying that they was asking him about that, and he says that ain't gonna be no problem. He says because Bob Arum was mad about that. He says, but you know, Bob Arum is the type of person that he gets over shit real quick when it comes to good business.
But that's why I think Bob Arum did that shit at the heavyweight thing. When Bob Arum knew they wasn't winning that arbitration, he still made Eddie look like a fool.
Well, we're going to get into that, man. So let's go ahead and smash on the like button, y'all. If you're in the building, make sure that you hit the like button. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. Now, let's go ahead and talk about that, right? Go ahead and transition into that. Because Wilder, if y'all seen Wilder interview, if y'all caught it, he talked about the whole arbitration situation, right? And he talked about Eddie Hearn, right? And he let you know that Eddie Hearn, once again, lied again. He said Eddie Hearn knew the whole time about the arbitration. He knew what was going on the whole time, the whole way, right? So Eddie Hearn is now coming out playing victim like he had no idea. Like, you know, he was led astray by Bob Arum because this, and that. But Deontay Wilder saying, nah, don't let this motherfucker lie to you. He knew exactly, just like everybody else did, what was going on, right? Now, when you go back to a few months ago, right, you had Bob Arum and you had, what's his name, the other promoter.
Frank Warren. Frank Warren.
Yeah, you have Bob Arum and Frank Warren come out and they talked about this situation. See, we've got to rewind back and remember. And they said that we talked to Eddie Hearn and we told Eddie Hearn to stop coming out with all of this news promoting the fight. We told Eddie Hearn to stop doing that. Did Eddie Hearn listen?
Yeah, no,
he didn't. He didn't listen at all, right? So Eddie Hearn continue on to try to promote a fight. And if you listen to Deontay Wilder, Wilder said he knew what was going on, just like Bob Arum did. Just like he said, everybody that was in the circle, everybody in what he means is from Frank Warren to Bob Arum to Eddie Hearn to Joshua to because if you notice, Joshua never was saying anything. Now, listen to what I'm saying. If you notice, Joshua, he usually is talking a lot. He never said anything, right? Now, they told Eddie Hearn, shut up, Eddie Hearn. Stop going out and promoting this fight. They told him that for a reason, but he didn't listen. So Wilder let y'all know that Eddie Hearn knew exactly what was going on, just like Bob Arum. We all knew what was going on. Eddie Hearn knew exactly that no fight could take place until the arbitration ruling had been set, you know what I'm saying, until they made a ruling on the arbitration, right? Eddie Hearn knew that it was likely that fucking Tyson Fury could lose that arbitration. How could you not know? How could you not know with all of the evidence? It's already in writing. How could you be Eddie Hearn and not know? But see, Eddie Hearn, he playing y'all. Now he come and play victim like, oh, it's on Bob Arum. I had no idea. Bob Arum, it's all on Bob Arum. They was assuring me it was nothing to worry about. How the fuck could they assure you it was nothing to worry about when you know this man writing is on the fucking contract? When you know that we have been through a whole fucking pandemic? When you've seen Tyson Fury and all of them come out on video right before and say they didn't want to fight with no fans in attendance. When you seen the promoter Bob Arum say we can't have this fight with no fans in attendance, how are we gonna pay these guys? But you mean to tell me that y'all believe in fucking Eddie Hearn when he said that it was Bob Arum that was leading him astray, that it was all on Bob Arum and Tyson Fury? No, he did it to y'all again. He lied, and Wilder just told y'all in the interview that he did. He says this man knew the whole time. He said, but he continued to go out and to try to sell the fans on a what if. That's what he did. He sold the whole fucking world on a what if. Well, what if Tyson Fury wins the arbitration? Then we could go and make this big, huge mega fight. He wasn't putting the what if in, but that was to y'all to use your fucking brains and to see he's selling us on a what if. He was lying. Well, I don't know when y'all gonna understand Eddie Hearn is a master manipulator and he's a compulsive liar. He don't care about lying to y'all, right? He sold everybody on the what if because a master manipulator and a liar, they always have a backup plan. So with him, he's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sell the fight just in case Tyson Fury does win the arbitration. Well, everything, you know, I'm ahead of the game, right? I'm ahead of the game. But if it don't turn out, if he loses the arbitration, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go and say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Bob Arum told me such and such and such. Bob Arum told me we didn't have nothing to worry about. And then put all the blame on Bob Arum, because one thing that Eddie Hearn does is he has a louder mouth than everybody else. His mouth is louder than Bob Arum, right? He gonna go on these platforms. He gonna do 1 million interviews. He gonna do whatever he have to fucking continue to keep his fan base. See, Eddie Hearn got a fan base just like the fighters do.
Eddie tried to use some fancy words, Key.
Right. He has a fan base just like the fighters do. Right. In the Eddie Hearn cult, they're gonna follow him. They're gonna follow him and they're gonna believe whatever he say. Bob Arum don't have no fan base. You don't hear these guys following Bob Arum and, you know what I'm saying, excited to hear Bob Arum. Like, Eddie Hearn got his own fan base and he knows that and he takes advantage of that. So don't let this man fool you. Just like Wilder said, is he tried to fool y'all. He lied to y'all. Eddie Hearn knew damn well what was going on the whole time. But you know, he's smart because he like, shit, I'm in a win-win situation. If if Tyson Fury does pull off a miracle and win this arbitration, well, shit, I'm big winning because now I already done fucking promoted the fight. I've already promoted the fight. You know what I'm saying? I didn't started promoting the fight months ahead of time already, right? But if they lose, fuck it. I'm gonna just put it all on Bob Arum and Tyson Fury and flip the narrative that Tyson Fury was scared of Anthony Joshua, that he didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua, and that Bob Arum lied to everybody. Simple as that. I win anyway. You know what I'm saying? We look good still. You know what I'm saying? And then Anthony Joshua, he looks like the big bad scary werewolf that Tyson Fury didn't want to fight. That's what happened. Deontay Wilder just told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. And let me get through some of these comments, and then I'm gonna let y'all cook on this. Let me see. Mr. Mechanical said 2 backstabbers sticking together. And you always Mr. Sheldon, the troll killer, what's happening with it? What's good with it? Coach off in the building. Dan says, why did Arum entertain the fight, stupid? He had no fucking choice. At some point, I think that at some point, Tyson Fury and Bob Arum, they like this, right? We told Eddie Hearn, we all sat down with Eddie Hearn and told him to chill out. Just be quiet about the fight until we get this arbitration situation taken care of, right? He don't listen. This motherfucker still coming out, making a different announcement on the fight every fucking week, sometimes twice a week, right? So they like, well, shit, we can't get him to shut up. We might as well just fuck it. We might as well just ride along with it, right? We might as well, because right now, then you find out that ESPN and Eddie Hearn, all of them lied, right? They come out and they tell you neither one of the fighters has signed no fucking contract. Neither one of the fighters had signed a contract. So remember when they did that breaking news on ESPN, both fighters have signed, right? And I did a live and I told y'all, if y'all read between the fine lines, that neither one of the fighters had signed. I told y'all that, but don't nobody want to listen to me. I just be up here talking. I said, go read the article and read between the fine lines. I said, ESPN is lying. Ain't neither one of the fighters signed. Now they come out and they tell you neither one of the fighters has signed that contract. That was all a lie. So at some point, when you can't shut Eddie Hearn up, when he gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do anyway, he don't listen. Well, Bob Arum and Tyson Fury, they're like, fuck it. Let's go along with it. But one thing you didn't see is you didn't see Anthony Joshua come out and say shit. He wasn't talking because Anthony Joshua knew. Deontay Wilder said, he was like, Anthony Joshua knew, Eddie Hearn knew, everybody knew. I mean, y'all got to use common sense. How can you just fucking, right? How can you just say the arbitration is basically already won by Tyson Fury when you got that man's name on fucking contract? When everything that I just named earlier, how can you think that he gonna fucking win or you have nothing to worry about? Come on, man. Come on. You know, this shit don't take fucking rocket scientists to figure that out. Eddie is a compulsive liar and he manipulated all of y'all. He lies and he continues to manipulate everybody. You feel me? That's why I continue to do lives and let y'all know this motherfucking lying. Don't listen to him. It's not no Tyson Fury and Joshua gonna happen. I'm arguing with dudes behind the scenes telling them that shit. You keep on lying, you keep on listening to Eddie Hearn and you let him lie to you. Okay, you're gonna look stupid in the face, but you know, people tend to believe whatever they want to believe, you know. But yeah, one of y'all can cook on this situation, man. And then I miss Cassandra Mason, the queen, off in the building. Cassandra Mason, what's going on with it? And this is really Ryan Garcia. That was some years ago when Ryan Garcia was 18-0. That video I put up, that is Ryan Garcia. He actually talked about this shit on TMZ. But go ahead.
Go ahead, man. with me was that both of them was
Can y'all
before
hear me?
they even
Back, I'll come back.
before they even started the arbitration, they came out with that shit. Tyson Fury both sides. But when the arbitration started, then Top Rank stopped talking about it and told Eddie Hearn to shut the fuck up when they was going through it.
Right.
And Eddie Hearn
Can you back? Could y'all hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now we couldn't hear you at first. We can hear you now. But go ahead.
But man, I put it on both sides. Cause 2 days, a day before, 24 hours before the dude was about to make his to make the announcement about the arbitration, Tyson Fury come out and say, man, Anthony Joshua, August, whatever the fuck he said. But I put it on both of them, man. They shouldn't even took that shit to Eddie Hearn in the first place. Knowing Eddie Hearn, the big mouth motherfucker, that's not gonna shut up once he get the idea in his head.
They didn't take nothing to Eddie Hearn. They ain't take that. Eddie Hearn came up with that shit on his own because we can't say that they took that to Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn knew what was going down when the arbitration took place. Right now, before that,
when the arbitration
took
place.
I'm saying before that, right? Before that, Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum and Top Rank and all of them, they was trying to collude to make an undisputed fight.
They should have never. They should have never did that in the first fucking
place. Eddie Hearn, right? Once the arbitration went down, Eddie Hearn knew what was going on, so it ain't no excuses for him.
But listen to me though. Listen, I understand that. I'm saying from the beginning, when y'all knew y'all was about to have an arbitration, y'all shouldn't even brought that shit up. Period.
Dan Kinahan, my boy, looking at it. They took that shit to Eddie.
Yeah, they took the shit to Eddie, and Eddie is a big mouth. Come up with lying motherfuckers. So why is you going to bring that to him? And knowing he's not going to stay off of it, he's going to keep promoting it. Because I'm thinking Tyson Fury. They got me thinking that they going to win this arbitration, so I'm gonna keep promoting the fight.
Got Fury stupid ass spending all that money.
But see, this is the thing, right? Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua before the arbitration and all of that shit even took place. Because Tyson Fury and Bob Arum and them, they thought they were gonna be able to swindle their way because this shit been going on for. This shit been going on for a long time, right? So before that shit took place, right? Before the arbitration, they thought they were gonna be able to swindle their way out of a Wilder fight, right? As soon as they thought they were gonna be able to swindle their way out of a Wilder fight, they start talking to Eddie Hearn in Top Rank. This is before they knew that Deontay Wilder was going to take it to arbitration, right? Now, once Deontay Wilder took it to arbitration, right? Eddie Hearn knew what was going on. Anthony Joshua knew what was going on. All parties knew what was going on. At that point, Eddie Hearn, right? He should have used his common sense and said, it's a big chance that Tyson Fury might lose this. He knew that. Eddie Hearn ain't fucking no dummy. He knew exactly what was going on. That's what I'm saying. At that point,
but at the same time,
he knew what was going on because he's not a dummy, right?
You got to
so we can't blame it on Bob Arum and Tyson Fury. Like, they
Yes, you can blame it on them.
No, you can't.
Wait a minute. This is why you can blame it on both sides, like Batman said, because Bob Arum came on Blue Blood Show his damn self talking about that Wilder don't stand a chance. So when he talking about Wilder,
that's what I'm saying. You gotta use your common sense.
Wait a minute, bro. When he's talking about Wilder don't stand a chance, yes, Eddie Hearn is gonna take what the fuck they saying. When he talking about wait a minute. When he talking about Wilder don't stand a chance, right? When they saying that shit, so they believe in that shit. What did Tyson Fury say? I paid these lawyers. I'm not worrying about it. It's gonna go.
It don't matter.
So wait a minute. It does matter, bro.
You have to use common sense. Why am I able to come on here and use my common sense and I'm not even in the business and say ain't no fucking way that he don't have no chance. You telling me Eddie Hearn couldn't use his common sense and know
you talking about common sense?
Man got a chance.
Talking about big.
I'm involved in boxing. I know what contracts look like.
Listen, bro. You say talking about common sense when they talking about big business. Of course,
It
Eddie
don't
Hearn
matter how
take
big
this.
the business
Wait a
is.
minute,
The
bro. Let me
paperwork
finish,
is
bro.
still there.
Bro, let me finish. When
Go
you talk
ahead.
about common sense and they talking about big business, so Bob Ehrman is a motherfucking lawyer himself, and he come on Blue Blood talking about that Wilder don't stand a chance, that there's nothing he can do, that they get out of this shit no matter what you say. If they going to Eddie Hearn telling him that shit, because they gotta be telling him that shit, right? Of course he go take it in this motherfucking mindset and say, well, I got Anthony Joshua, I got Tyson Fury. I'm gonna promote this shit and try to make this shit happen. He's gonna continue to promote that shit, especially if you're getting motherfuckers on board. It's a big ass fight. It's big
That's
money
what
for
Bob
him. Wait a
Arum
minute.
does,
It's big
money.
money for him. Okay, so
He's
you
supposed
gotta
to do that.
so
Oh, he don't have no chance. He ain't gonna go in there and
you
say,
gotta
"Oh, well, he might
so that's
lose."
what all right then. So that's why you gotta blame they motherfucking ass as well.
You don't
Just
listen to
ain't
that
blame
shit
one
what
side.
Bob Arum is
It ain't
saying.
that you
You
don't
know he's
listen, bro.
lying.
It's big. No, you can't just say he's lying, bro, because they don't know what the fuck. All you can do is go off of what the fuck they telling you. So if this your team,
No,
this
that's
your
not
guy
all I
over
can
here,
do.
well, that's you and that's
I
Eddie
can use
Hearn.
common sense, and
So,
I know how contracts work.
bro, you say talking about common sense, bro. I'm telling you how that man probably was thinking,
It's
bro.
common sense to
So
know
if they come
if
to
you
this
in
man,
the business, you know how a
come
contract
on, bro.
works.
If they come to this man, they telling him, Eddie, yes, we're gonna make this shit happen, right? And he said, okay, motherfucker, y'all gonna make it happen. Y'all do what y'all do on y'all end. I'm gonna do what I do on my end. I'm gonna promote this motherfucker, do what I gotta do. So if y'all get up out of that shit like y'all saying y'all are, we gonna get this shit happening. So I'm not gonna let their ass off the hook neither, because like Bet say, they should never took that shit over there in the first place, knowing that Wilder had the third fight. But
Under
instead,
what
they thought
merit did he have
they
to
thought
say
they
that
thought they
Wilder had no fucking chance of
listen,
winning?
bro.
Under what?
Whatever the fuck they saying, we don't know what the fuck they going through. Nigga, you didn't know what was going on in the
I
goddamn
knew what was
arbitration.
going on
You
because
ain't know
Bob Arum
shit. You didn't know
explained
what was
it.
going. You
He
didn't know
said,
what the
"Oh,
fuck was
first
going
they
on in
tried to say the
arbitration. Just
contract
like
ran
we didn't.
out."
We didn't. Don't none
Um,
of us listen. Don't none of us
wait,
know what the fuck was
first
going on
they
in
tried to say,
arbitration.
"I
Don't
know
nobody
because
know what was going
what
on
they
in
were
arbitration.
using, they were trying to use that
So
the contract ran
all
out."
them
But
niggas
we
to
don't
blame.
know.
All them niggas to blame. It ain't about using no common sense. It's about all them motherfuckers trying to do wild in.
If they told the man to shut the fuck
Them
up,
niggas, it don't
he's
matter
to
what the fuck
blame.
they say. It don't,
He
Man,
is to blame.
they
listen,
tell him shut
but
the fuck
listen,
up in public, but they all
all right,
saying the same shit behind closed
Straight
doors.
up.
all right, but they
So
got the
bet
whole,
if
but they
man you saying
can't.
the same shit behind closed doors, bet if man you over here we saying fuck this nigga behind closed doors, but I'm the nigga in public saying nah fuck that nigga, I don't give a fuck. But you saying bro, just be quiet, bro. Don't say nah, nigga. If you saying fuck him, I'm saying fuck him. We still gonna be the same two niggas saying fuck him. Ain't no or they ain't to blame just because they saying this shit behind closed door. Nigga, they in cahoots right with them. But go ahead, bet.
No,
I
what
was
I'm
saying,
saying,
I was saying,
go ahead.
it showed when they had ESPN spin the shit. So y'all gotta be colluding. Y'all had ESPN before the arbitration. Y'all had ESPN coming out saying that making ESPN look like a fool. Y'all both looking
See,
like fools.
and see,
Both
you're
sides
saying,
looking like fools.
a Batman. You saying exactly what I'm saying, right? You're saying so. My whole
No, I'm
thing,
saying both of them at fault. You
exactly.
saying
That's
Eddie
what
Hearn?
I'm saying. But y'all arguing with
No,
me. I'm
Nigga,
saying
you just
that.
said you
you
can't
saying
blame
Eddie
Oh,
Bob
Hearn?
hold
Earn
on.
them. Nigga,
Oh,
we ain't
oh,
You
hold
blame
on.
saying
Bob.
Eddie
You just
Hearn was
said
at
don't
Hold on.
blame
fault?
Bob Earn.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that Eddie Hearn is trying to play the victim role when he knew what was going on, just like everybody else knew
No,
what was.
listen.
He
Eddie
can't
Hearn
play
don't
the
know.
victim role
Listen,
and blame it all on Bob Arum because it's on him
but
too.
but
He
no.
knew. That's all I'm saying.
I want you to listen, Keith. How is that? Eddie Hearn not in the room. Bob Ehrman is coming back out behind closed doors, is telling Eddie Hearn, look, man, don't worry about that shit. Just stay out the media. But Eddie Hearn won't stay out the media. Man, we got this. Don't worry about it. We gonna have that fight. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Eddie. It's looking good for us. So Eddie, in his mind, he's a fucking he one of them people that want to jump ahead of everything.
Yeah.
So, all right, Bob telling me this behind closed doors. Oh, let me jump ahead of it to make
So
this.
who is the blame? Are you blaming it? So are you trying to say
All them
that
niggas
all
to
the
blame.
blame should be on Bob Arum?
No, all the blame should be on both of them.
What are you? But that's the same. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, you saying
What are you saying? That's exactly
You
what
said
I'm saying.
you saying most of the blame should be on Eddie because he's.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
Man, y'all. I never said that most of the blame should be on Eddie. I said that Eddie is out here lying to y'all. Don't let him play the victim role and try to blame it all on Bob Arum. I said
they told him to shut the fuck up.
But listen though, Keith. Listen though, Keith. This is like this.
So if he coming out announcing shit, that's on him.
All right, cool. But listen to this though. But that's just like you announce something, man. You behind closed doors and you like bet about the show.
So who are you putting the blame on, Bat? Because you keep going back and forth, and I'm saying the same thing that you are, but you're trying to argue with me.
Let the man finish. Ain't nobody arguing.
I'm saying the same exact shit that you are, Batman, but you arguing with me.
You ain't letting the man finish his point.
Putting the blame on both of them. But
that's what I'm doing. I'm putting the blame on both of them.
I put most of the blame on Bob Arum because I'm behind closed doors.
So basically, your whole thing is putting most of the blame on Bob Arum.
Yeah, I put blame on both of them.
And I'm saying that you can't let Eddie Hearn play the victim.
I'm not
because Eddie Hearn knew just like everybody else knew.
Who letting him play a victim? Slim. I'm putting the blame on Bob Arum for keep running back and telling him behind closed doors that shit looking good for them.
How
you know what Bob Arum told him?
But Keo ever saying put the blame all on Eddie Hearn at first.
Because
I never said that.
Yes, you was saying that.
I never said put the blame all on Eddie Hearn. You can play this shit back right now. I got a phone in my hand. We can play the fucking show back, and I never said put the blame on Eddie Hearn.
Batman said they all the blame. Batman said they all the blame. You said no. Batman said they all the blame. You said no. Eddie Hearn is the blame. Motherfucker, play it back.
Eddie Hearn is to blame for continuing to coming out, putting out the news. He continued when they told him to shut up.
So what happened when
they told him to shut up? He continued to put out news and run with it.
24 hours before they
argue with everything.
Nigga, you the one sitting up arguing with everything. Ain't no motherfucker arguing with you, nigga.
24 hours before they made their decision, Tyson Fury came out and said it's going to be a fight between him and Anthony Joshua.
But who continued to come out? We got a fight day. We got a venue. We making an announcement next week. We making an announcement next week. Eddie Hearn couldn't shut his fucking mouth. So I'm wrong and Deontay Wilder wrong, right?
So what happened?
So Deontay Wilder, he the one, the main one involved, but he won too.
Let somebody finish that shit. Goddamn.
Man, I'm talking shit.
It don't matter if you talk about.
Don't tell me what to let somebody finish. I'm talking and I'll shut up when I get ready to.
All right, wait, somebody talking, nigga. You let somebody finish that shit, nigga. You won't let them up.
Now go ahead, Batman.
God damn.
Nah, I was saying that what about the 24 hours before they made their ruling when Tyson Fury came out and said it was going to be an Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fight? They still was promoting it before both sides. You can say both sides were still promoting the fight.
Hell yeah, they was.
Okay, but you can't say, Batman. You can't say that. Oh well, I'm gonna put most of all the blame on Bob Arum. But then because you going back and forth. It's either they're all to blame or they ain't. You can't let Eddie Hearn off the hook because the motherfucker's a compulsive liar.
I'm gonna put all the blame, most of the blame on Bob Arum them because they are the ones coming back and telling the information to Eddie Hearn behind closed doors.
Right, because the niggas ain't standing in the front, they saying the shit behind closed doors, so they ain't the blame. Get the fuck out.
D-Lo 404 Boxing in that super chat. He say ESPN will report, but using if words too easy. Right. And then Queen she say they're all liars. There they go lying again. There they go lying again. Right. There they go lying again. But like I said, Eddie Hearn, he wants to be at the forefront of everything. And they tell him to shut up. He continue to go on and on. So I'm not finna sit up here and try to let Eddie Hearn off the hook. Like, oh, we got to put all the blame on Bob Arum because Bob Arum was telling him that everything will be okay. No, you.
So they must have felt.
Ain't no motherfucker Eddie Hearn off the hook. All they has get the blame. But you talking about you trying to put just Oh, Eddie Hearn, nah, nigga, if they talking shit behind, he ain't just out there saying that shit. They ass behind closed doors, right in cahoots with that nigga. So, because he bring that shit to the front and center, hell, they want to try to sneak and do the shit behind closed doors. Nah, all you motherfuckers getting the blame. Ain't no just because Eddie out here saying it in front of the people face. Oh, well, they trying to do this. Hell no, fuck that. They all try to fuck him over.
So basically, money. You said they all get the blame.
All of them getting a certain amount of blame. Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna give more blame. I'm gonna give more blame to the people who have the most information.
So, money, if you saying that all of them get the blame, I'm gonna agree with you. If you talking about that Bob Arum should get most of the blame, I'm disagreeing with you, Batman. But see, this is my thing.
I'm the one
because this is my thing, right? Let me read this super chat, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Smooth Groove Boxing, what it do? He says, you can tell we all care, folks, family. Money and EBT fighting like a brotherhood. Love it, like brothers, and I love it. Oh yeah, we gonna do that. Shit. We do that off camera too. Fuck it, you know.
This ain't shit new.
Huh?
So this ain't shit new.
This ain't shit new. y'all, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, fuck with us, y'all know. This ain't Batman too. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we all family. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, we can't. Deontay Wilder told y'all, don't let this motherfucker try to fool you. And I'm not saying that, oh, Eddie Hearn should have all the blame. Now, my thing is Eddie Hearn should have shut the fuck up when they told him to, right? All of them are to blame, right? But my whole thing, right? The title says that Eddie Hearn lied again, or whatever the fucking title. I forgot what the title said. But the whole thing is, my position is Eddie Hearn is trying to play the victim role. I'm not saying that they're not all to blame. I'm saying that Eddie Hearn, don't let him fool you and try to come out here and play the motherfucking victim role. Like he ain't know nothing. He was just doing, you know what I'm saying, what was right, and it was lying to him, and he had no.
He knew they was going through arbitration. It's just Bob Arum was telling them, man, look, we winning this. Look, man, we been in there. If Eddie Hearn ain't in the room, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, Deontay Wilder, his lawyer, and Tyson Fury, his lawyer, is in the room. So when certain information coming out the room, and I'm on the phone, look, Eddie, we looking good. Eddie, I'm trying to tell you, man, we want to win this. But why you keep talking to Eddie, knowing Eddie a big mouth? Why would I keep talking to Eddie, and I know Eddie won't shut the fuck up?
Because Eddie is coming to them. What's going on? Okay, so basically, right, if I'm involved, and of course, you're not gonna fucking hear Bob Arum say, nah, we ain't got no chance, we gonna lose this. Of course, he's going to say that's a fucking lawyer's whole mentality, right? So Bob Arum is a former lawyer. That's his whole mentality. You think positive, you say you're gonna it doesn't matter. You're always gonna say you're gonna win. Yeah, he don't have no chance. We're gonna win. We're gonna get out of this because he's a lawyer. So in the lawyer's mind, we're gonna do anything we can to swindle our way out of this situation. He's not finna go back to tell them, oh, we don't have no chance. You know, we it's looking bad. We're not finna tell them that, but it's up to him to use his common sense and say, you know what? It's a good chance that Tyson Fury might lose this arbitration. His contract is on his writing is on that fucking contract. He is contractually obligated to give Deontay Wilder his third fight, right? They have come out in several interviews and said that they couldn't get the fight done. They couldn't make the fight because it was no crowd. We did just go through a fucking whole pandemic, right? That we still in. All of that, no fans could attend, right? All of that combined in one, you use your common sense like, okay, well, the judge is going to look at all of that. So, yeah, Bob Arum might be saying everything is all good. Man, come on, bro. Come on. Eddie Hearn know how contracts work. Eddie Hearn knows how contracts work. And then you got Deontay Wilder that came out and said, I don't care where we fight at. I don't care if we fight with no fans, with fans. It don't matter to me. I just want my rematch. So we can't sit here and say, oh, you know, Eddie Hearn should just fucking get off the hook. Nah, Eddie Hearn kept running his fucking mouth.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
nigga keep
It's not
telling me,
letting Eddie Hearn,
get ahead of the game.
Hearn off the hook.
a nigga
Not
keep
letting that nigga
telling me,
off the hook.
if listen, Keith, if I know you run your mouth too much, why am I keep on telling you my fucking business?
Because all
But
they
see,
cahoots, bet they gotta talk to each other. Because they has believed that fight was gonna happen.
But I'm
Eddie
just
Hearn,
saying,
Eddie
that's
Hearn
true.
wanted to get ahead of the game, just like I said.
But
Eddie Hearn wanted to get ahead of the game. He wanted to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get out in front of the race just in case. Just like Wilder said, just like Wilder told y'all, he's lying. He was lying the whole time. He knew exactly what was going on, just like everybody else. So he sold everybody on a what if, right?
But
so
listen,
it's like he wants to get ahead of the game. What if Tyson Fury wins? Now I'm already working the fight. I'm already got ahead of the game. But if he don't win, fuck it.
This how you know they thought they had a big chance of winning. Tyson Fury came out 24 hours before they made their ruling and said the Tyson Fury and Joshua Anthony fight is on. So they thought they was going to win. They had a big you can tell they had a big percentage of they was going to win. He came out 24 hours before the ruling.
Yeah.
So how would they think they was going to win, Batman, when he just came like the week before and was like, we just had a meeting with come on, man. Think about this shit. He came out a week before.
Did you hear what I said? Then Tyson Fury come out 24 hours before the ruling.
But you said that they thought that they were going to win. Okay, right? The arbitration meeting that they had before the last one, he came out and he put out an interview, and Bob Arum and all of them, they said, we just got done with an arbitration hearing, right? It was supposed to be a hearing, but it turned into negotiation between the fights. We might be, hold on, no. Fury said that. We might be fighting Deontay Wilder next. Fury did an interview and said, you know what? Shit, I probably won't even be fighting Joshua next. I'm probably gonna be fighting Deontay Wilder next, right? A week and a half, 2 weeks later, right before the next arbitration, right? He come out and say, "Oh yeah, a fight announcement." But right before he did that, Eddie Hearn had came out and said, "We'll be making an announcement within like this weekend or something."
But Fury said that on the strength of he kept saying Eddie ain't coming with a venue and a date. He kept saying he's not coming with a venue and a date, and I'm getting frustrated because of this, that. So they telling Eddie that the shit is a goal. So Eddie, they want him to go get the venue and the date. Eddie was talking about the venue and the date, and that's why Fury kept saying he was tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. If you don't come this week with it, so they was putting pressure on Eddie as well to get the venue and the date. So they already had their mind made up that they was gonna win this shit in the arbitration because the arbitration had nothing to do with Eddie. Eddie shit had to do with getting the money and the goddamn date and the venue ready, and that's what Eddie was trying to secure. When he telling they ass, what do y'all think about the arbitration? They telling him everything fine on their end. Even Fury came out himself. Remember when he said, I can't really say what's going on in arbitration, but I can tell you my lawyer's gonna make it go away. I'm paying them millions of dollars to make this go away, to make this disappear. Fury was pissed off at Eddie for the venue and the date. That's what he wanted. See, and Eddie going off for their ass with what they saying with their information on the motherfucking arbitration. So they got to be telling Eddie that they in a good
y'all believe in lying ass Eddie Hearns with all these fucking venues and dates.
Well, we talking about that's what
I don't believe shit that Eddie Hearn is saying.
Listen, you know damn well we don't believe him with the venue today because he couldn't do the same shit for Wilder.
You feel me?
We telling you what Tyson Fury was saying when he was talking about, oh well, why he talking about he might be fighting Wilder, because he was waiting for the venue and the date from Eddie Hearn. That was Eddie Hearn part. Lock in the money, lock in the motherfuckers who supposed to be putting the money down, like Frank Warren said. What Eddie saying that he has the investors and that they bring it with the money. So we coming with the venue, like he coming with the venue in the day. So Eddie part was to get the money, get the venue, and they part was to handle the shit in arbitration. They telling Eddie shit about the arbitration that is all good. So of course he gonna keep trying to push forward with the venue and the date. So that's why I say you can't blame their ass more than the other. All their ass in cahoots with each other. So it ain't just like, oh, Eddie running his mouth in front of the cameras, he doing this. They giving his ass, like Batman said, y'all giving him the motherfucking ammo to run his mouth, but y'all giving him the ammo and tell him to shut his motherfucking mouth, and y'all know he ain't gonna be quiet about the situation.
Man, Eddie Hearn is smart as a motherfucker. I don't believe nothing he say. Like I said before, he's a compulsive liar. He's a master manipulator, and Eddie Hearn knew what the fuck was going on. And like I said, I'm not finna let Eddie Hearn play no fucking victim.
But Bob,
he's not a victim.
Frank Warren
You
and
know
Bob
exactly
Hearn
what was going on.
Frank Warren and Bob Hearn never came out their mouth and said Eddie Hearn is lying. Not one time did they come out and say, well, Eddie, we told Eddie that that this going on and he's lying about this. They kept waiting to see could he lock down the venue and the date. So he's doing part by talking about you do this, and they complained about acting like that motherfucking mediation was going in their favor, and that shit wasn't.
Zenith 360 off in that super chat. He said Fury knew the ruling days before it was announced. Man, they knew how shit was going in court.
They didn't know the ruling days.
They knew how shit was going in court. That's why he came and said I might be fighting Deontay Wilder next. I'm probably gonna be fighting Wilder next. They knew what was going.
You can't get the ruling days before. You get the ruling when
thank you, Pac-Man. Man, grab this link, Tay, because these niggas trying to argue me to death. Please grab this link.
I don't give a fuck about tomorrow. Argue to death.
Please grab this link. Grab that link, Tay. I'll drop that link, man. Grab that link, man. These niggas trying to argue me down. And you know what I'm saying? Let Eddie Hearn off the hook like, oh, Eddie Hearn didn't know.
First of all, ain't no motherfucker letting no Eddie Hearn off the hook. You just trying to get Eddie Hearn all the blame. Like, oh, they told him to shut up. Nah, nigga, you know all them to blame. You talking about Eddie Hearn letting Eddie Hearn off. Nigga, ain't nobody say let no Eddie Hearn off the hook.
What did Batman just say?
You the nigga.
What did Batman just say?
You the nigga.
Batman just said Bob Arum should take all the blame.
You the nigga trying to let
I say blame more on Bob.
Them niggas out the hook. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I say blame more on Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum is feeding Eddie Hearn the information from
the mediation. Facts. From the goddamn mediation. Facts.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, Money, you my brother.
Money, what's good with it, Tay Jones?
What's happening? Money, you my brother. But guess what, bro? We all knew the ruling of the arbitration before any of that shit was announced, bro.
How many days before?
Bro, realistically, bro, like no bullshit. I want to say everybody pretty much knew what was going to happen damn near about a week or two in advance. Because if you remember, bro, Bob had got that venue from the Vegas venue maybe like 2 weeks prior, bro. You know what I'm saying? And before that, one of the matchmakers from Top Rank had said Fury was fighting on the 24th. Like he tweeted that shit, but a lot of people didn't catch that shit. You see what I'm saying? But motherfuckers knew, bro. Trust me. Them niggas can play stupid, but them niggas knew, bro.
Well, if they knew, this the thing. This what we talking about. This what we talking about, Tay. They telling Eddie shit, right? So they still have to be telling Eddie that shit is going in their favor for Eddie to still be out there trying to push for the venue and the date. Because if they knew, right, oh, well, then we don't got it, then they would have been shipped the attention this way. So they must have been telling Eddie, well, you know, we still gonna do this. So Eddie's still out there pushing for the venue and the date. In my position, all they ask is still to blame, bro. So I'm not gonna blame one more than the other. Keon want to blame Eddie more than you want to blame.
Bro, I'm saying,
wait a minute.
No, don't try to put words in my mouth. Don't do that.
That's when I came in here, nigga.
Don't try to put words in my mouth.
Did you not say?
Don't try to put words in my mouth.
Did you not say? So Eddie Hearn is to blame, nigga. Run it back.
I said that.
Run it back, nigga.
Bumpy Thompson. Just like Bumpy Thompson said, he says that's not what he was saying. He was saying that Eddie Hearn isn't innocent. I said
that
Eddie
was innocent.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Hey, who you gonna blame the most? The person who pushing the information out? I'm talking about like behind closed doors. I'm in the arbitration, so I gotta be telling Eddie Hearn. I gotta be telling Eddie Hearn, big mouth ass, that shit's looking good.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I feel that Bob played Eddie Hearn, but at the same time, Eddie Hearn a big ass liar, bro. You know what I'm saying? He believe his own goddamn lies. So for him to keep pushing it, and he knew, trust me, bro. He knew. Not only did he knew, AJ team knew. I talked to AJ team. They knew. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit, I believe that Eddie Hearn kept wanting to persuade the public one way. So Eddie Hearn is to blame because I'm positive that they told the nigga it may not go their way. I'm positive about that. It don't matter about how much money the Saudis had and none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, when everybody was talking about 80 million to step aside and all that shit, none of those numbers never came up. Notice I kept my mouth quiet, and behind closed door, I was asking everybody, where they getting these numbers from? Because I never once heard that shit at all.
I don't know if Eddie that motherfucking naive to get the information and they telling him that shit ain't going their way. Then I don't know, bro. But I can't see. But my whole thing is
Exactly.
the motherfuckers who got the information. Cause Eddie ain't in the arbitration. That's Bob and Fury there with that. So
I'm gonna
they
be
still.
I'm gonna be 100. Honestly, bro, I don't think it was that shit was being made anyway. And my reason for that to believe that is number one, the money that they were saying that they had, they never had.
Uh,
Thank you.
Because it was definitely said in arbitration they never had. Two is because first of all that fight wasn't gonna be made is because he definitely had to deal with Deontay first. Three is because it's just my personal opinion on this one is because not Joshua, but Eddie Hearn, even though that's a big fight, he's not through cashing out on Joshua.
I can feel you on that, but I never had faith that shit was gonna happen. My only thing was when Fury came out, and this the only thing that had me nervous was the day before when he came out and said, "Oh yeah, that the fight is on and it's moving," and that's when I thought I'm like, "Damn,
Bro,
man,
you wanna know
what
something about that though? You wanna know what's
what's
funny about that?
what's that?"
The same time that was said, and they might be a little bit too much of information, but I was talking to D during that time that was said. The
Uh huh.
crazy part about that, Frank Warren had said he was like, my God, why did this idiot say that? That was his exact words because he knew it wasn't true. We all knew what was going on. We knew what was going to happen. We knew it was a lie.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Only thing that calmed me down is when you and Drew was when we came on there and you and Drew was on there and shit. We was all on there, and Drew said tomorrow's Monday, Tay, and you was like tomorrow's Monday. That's when I started like, man, did these motherfuckers win it? And then I woke up that morning and I seen Drew ass when he said, Wilder won the arbitration. That's when I called Keon ass and told his ass that Wilder won that bitch. Cause I
Right.
showed it. I'm so because I ain't gonna niggas lie. I thought I'm like, damn, man, and I was fucked up the whole day when I seen. I'm like. Ain't no fucking way Wilder lost this shit. I'm like, we gotta deal with these motherfuckers. These bitch ass niggas get the fight. So I'm fucked up for the whole day until that live stream we was all on there. And y'all was saying tomorrow's Monday, which it gave me a good feeling, but I still was a little iffy. I'm like, well shit, I'm going to ride with them. And I woke up that morning, nigga, I was happy as fuck when I heard that nigga won that bitch, dog. I'm talking about happy as fuck.
Man, I ain't have a doubt. I was telling you know what I'm saying, my little dog who been advocating for D man, Art man. He had a little bet
Uh-huh.
going on. I was telling that nigga, man, double that shit up, man. Put 5,000 on that bitch.
Hell yeah.
Because I knew I was confident. You feel me? I was confident. A couple people called me, man. I don't know. Fury just said this. I was like, man, y'all better stop listening to that shit.
Uh-huh.
Niggas capping, bro. It
You
is what it is, man. You
You
know what
always
I'm saying?
been confident since day one, and you always been in this type of manner. Like wherever, unless a nigga said something that really pissed you off, but you never got out of character. You always just been cool, calm, and collected about shit. That's what always gave me hope. Always, I'm like, shit, this nigga Tay, this nigga right there in the center. So if this nigga this cool, calm, and collected, because I read in between the lines, but that just that one time when Fury came out, I'm like, God damn, man. And then they had it on ESPN and shit, so I'm like. Man, this shit true. I had a little doubt right there, but then on like I said, that last stream and waking up that morning, man, that shit was one of the best feelings in the world, dog.
Man, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it probably felt like that, but I mean, we was definitely in the battle. I mean, shit, when you got goddamn black men going against four white men in court,
Uh huh.
that's a battle. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
but it is what it is, man. But I stay confident because I like to say, D ain't never lied to me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never
Facts.
lied to me. So shit, I ain't got nothing to worry about. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep speaking my truth.
Facts. Now, look at the little sucker. Well, you know I don't fuck with him no way. And I don't really want to say nigga name on keep show, but look at Punch Drunk now. Look at his ass now. Look at him backtracking. The little HLD nigga you was going at it with. I don't see none of these motherfuckers saying shit now. All these motherfuckers looking stupid.
Well, I don't have a problem with home. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with home. I know a couple people got a problem with him, but shit, be honest with you, man. Behind closed doors, bro was one of the first ones to text me. You know what I'm saying? My apologies. You know what I'm saying? And I can accept that. You know what I mean? So
No
you know what I
doubt.
mean? He apologized to me. You feel me? I don't got no pressure. I never had no pressure with him. As you can see, I stepped on anybody platform and whoever brought smoke to me, shit, I just got down clean the smoke out.
Facts, but I'm gonna always have a problem with the nigga because I know how he try to play my peoples, but at the same time, he was shitting on Wilder so hard, bro. Like, I understand you can let it go, take, but I can't. The way he was trying to diss Wilder, he ain't gonna have a leg to stand on. His career gonna be over by messing with the LDBC. or he not doing it. Like the nigga said so much shit, and then he was just that nigga shit on him, and he was doing that shit for a reason because he thought Wilder wasn't getting that fight. And I'm telling you, D, he thought Wilder was done for real. Them niggas, they counted him out. All them niggas counted him out. So it's easy to apologize and say sorry, which, like you say, to you, that's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? He man up, but it's easy to apologize and say sorry now because how this shit went. You know what I'm saying? So niggas go try to jump on that bandwagon. And after
Well,
this, after you become 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, I'm really gonna see what niggas say. But I got a lot to say to a lot of niggas.
no, well, I mean, for us, like just that situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm right there with you on a lot of those situations. I'm just talking about, you know, for us, like personally apologizing when, you know what I mean? I definitely know more than what the public knows. So why not just have a simple talk with me, you know what I'm saying? Then instead of just trying to criticize me or throw me up under the bus, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that, you know, I could come to terms with, you know, apology. That shit, you know, that shit could take you a long way too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking for us on that circumstance. But I've heard all the other shit that he said, and I don't totally agree with. But you know what I'm saying? But what the problem that I initially had with him was what he was doing to me at that time. But you know, like I say, man, I'm gonna keep speaking my truth. And I don't give a fuck who don't like it.
Facts, bro.
Right, man. And like I said, man, I know people like Eddie Hearn. They master manipulators. They gonna lie. They gonna continue to lie. And then once they lie, get found out, they got to back up for that motherfucking lie.
Man, listen.
And that's Eddie Hearn.
Listen, man. I was just telling my man out here. Right? Eddie Hearn blocked me on Twitter about 5 or 6 years ago. And this he said some shit like he just offered Deontay a massive deal to fight Dillian White, which I knew was a lie. So, and it was crazy because I don't know where we was going. I think we was going to get some pizza or some shit. I don't know. But I showed Deontay. He was like, man, that nigga lying like a motherfucker. I ain't got to down see no payment. No notice about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Deontay was telling me what to write to him. Keep in mind, Eddie Hearn got 1 point some million followers at that time, probably more now, but at that time he had 1 point some million followers on Twitter. Out of all them followers, you decided to block me that day. Why me? Because I was speaking facts. The only thing I was doing was writing what Deontay told me to write inside the box, bro.
All right.
That nigga blocked me.
And see it.
That nigga believes his own lies, bro. And I think that nigga got a mental illness, bro. Real shit.
Nah, see, another thing, like people like Eddie Hearn, right? They know how to manipulate any situation, and what they're gonna do when shit fall back on them, they're always gonna play the victim role. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we see Eddie Hearn doing now. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. He's playing the victim role. Like, oh, you know, if Bob Arum and Frank Warren and Tyson Fury, they all led me astray. I had no idea. I was just going off of what they was telling me. That motherfucker know how contracts work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, you're not finna play the victim role. Just like D said in the interview. And just like Tay saying, they all knew. So how can you play the victim role when you knew? You was just trying to fucking make all these announcements, right? Just in case you was able, just in case Tyson Fury did win, right? You playing on a big what if, just in case he did win, right? You could be ahead of the ball trying to promote the fight, right? And then all that shit, you ain't got no fucking money. All that, man, come on now. You ain't got no venue, right? But you got all this fucking money that people gonna put up.
But ask me this, Keith. Who started the fire?
What?
Who started the fire?
Who started the fire? Well, Fury, because he thought he was gonna be able to swindle his way out of the fight with Wilder. But when he came over there, this is what I'm saying. As soon as they heard that Deontay Wilder was taking them to court and they was in the arbitration, whatever the fuck Bob Arum was telling them, they should have had their common sense to know, like, nah, we'll wait until the ruling, because at the end of the day, this man's name is contractually obligated on this paper that he signed. Right? We are in the pandemic. Pandemic.
But y'all know
a lot of that shit just common sense.
You know, shiving, conniving, shiesty liars do not use common sense. They use their own narrative.
That's his problem.
Yeah.
His problem. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna let him play the victim role and pretend like that all the blame need to be on Bob Arum and Tyson Fury because they led him astray. No.
I'm gonna blame. Like I said, he get blamed, but I'm gonna blame the motherfuckers who started the fire.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Batman. Yeah. I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, they did start that shit though. You're right.
I blame all their ass. And like I say, they feeding. Still to me, they feeding Eddie Hearn ass all that information because they ass had faith. Like I say, Bob Arum, like they can sit over there and act like, well, you know, this and that. They still, even when Fury came out talking about being cocky and shit, yeah, I pay my lawyers millions of dollars to make it go away. When they asked us, I can't talk about it, but just know, you know, I pay millions of dollars to make this go away. Well, your ass just lost millions of dollars, motherfucker.
You just lost millions and millions of dollars, and guess what else? Now he got to waste more millions and millions of dollars to pay for our lawyer fees for losing, dummy.
Facts. And he finna lose that title. So this motherfucker finna fall hard. I can't wait.
Man,
but nah, this is what I want to see with Eddie and them though. This is what I want to see with Eddie and them. When this man win, I want to see y'all this undisputed shit go on, man. I just want to see who's going to advocate for this undisputed shit.
Eddie not gonna fight Wilder. He gonna get out here lying and acting like Wilder don't want to fight, and it's gonna be the same shit we had in 2017 all over again.
Me personally, I think it'll happen.
Oh yeah, you did say that. You oh yeah, I forgot what you did say that though, Tay.
Yeah, me personally, I think, you know what I'm saying. Once you know D handle his business with Fury, you know what I'm saying, and regain. Me personally, just because I just spoke with Joshua people like maybe like last week, I think it was.
Right.
And I asked him, I asked his right hand man straight up, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, we need to make the fight happen, y'all. You know, y'all bullshitting, let Eddie control shit. You know what I'm saying? He told me straight up, you know what I'm saying? You know, AJ was young at that time. Now he more knowledgeable of the game. And if he had the same knowledge he had now of the game than he had then, he definitely would have took that fight. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, that's just my personal opinion. I just think if that shit came about or when it does come about, I think AJ will fight.
Yeah. I think that's why I think they'll fight as well.
You know why? You know why he gonna take the fight now? Because he already lost.
Yeah, and they don't want to let that money go. Like I say, when I seen this daddy say that shit, bro, when Barry Hearn said, right, oh well, and that's why motherfuckers let this go over their head. Well, right now it's $100 million fight, but we tell AJ if you wait down the line, right, it can be a $300 to $400 million fight. But if AJ was to lose, then we're gonna have to take that and say, well, that's one that we let get away. That's how I knew Barry Hearn was still running the show. That's how I know he told AJ, man, fuck that 50 million. We gonna do it like this. We gonna do it like that. Because AJ has wanted that money, but they was running the show and his ass was listening to their motherfucking ass. That's why he came out saying all that bullshit. But when Eddie came out and said this, okay, now we understand. Yeah, I don't want to give him 50-50, but now it is a 50-50 fight because they seen the buzz that Wilder and Fury created. You know what I'm saying? He seen Anthony Joshua was getting left behind. Even when Anthony Joshua was still undefeated before they came to America and fight. When Wilder and Fury had the first fight, bro, that shit took all thunder away from Anthony Joshua. Took all thunder away. Even with the rematch coming up, motherfucker was focused on Fury. Well, I'm gonna say Wilder and Fury and whatever you want to put. They was focused on that shit more than whoever Anthony Joshua was fight. And that's why Eddie Hearn tried to bring Joshua over to America and get some of that American clout. And that shit went wrong for his ass.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, y'all got good points. Y'all got good points. I just hope that Joshua stick to his word and really take that fight. And I hope that Eddie Hearn don't try to, you know what I'm saying, get him to swindle out of that fight. Because, see, at the end of the day, I'm looking at it as they all going to make a whole, especially Deontay Wilder, when he go out there and Will Fury, you know how big that fight going to be stupid huge. Like, I mean, that's going to be the biggest fight that we've seen since Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. It's going to be stupid, right? So, at that point, I think y'all got a point because Eddie Hearn going to know, shit, win, lose, or draw, my pocket's gonna be fat after this fight. You know, so it's at that point you can't turn that fight down. You can't turn that fight down.
Yeah,
who else is gonna go fight?
Because they know now that AJ ain't this fucking the person who they really thought he was.
They got no choice.
Ain't got no choice. but to make the money.
Yeah, who else are you gonna go fight? You know, because you could go fight some of these other dudes and fuck around and lose again, and now all that money's off the table. And another point y'all got, now that I think of this, AJ already lost, right? Ducking Deontay Wilder. He already fucked himself, damn near fucked himself once. I don't think they're gonna try to do that again.
Shit, I mean, I don't know, bro. Real talk, he might run into another loss against Usyk. I know Usyk's not all that good in the heavyweight division, but bro, I see something. I really do see something in that fight, bro. I really, really do.
And Tay, I'm happy you said that. Tay, on a simple fact like this, bro. Now they talking about dropping the belt. You see that shit? You see Eddie Hearn talking about what Joshua talking about dropping the belt because he know Usyk is a masterful boxer, bro. No matter what nobody say, that motherfucker can box his ass off, and AJ can't keep up with that slickness. He can try to catch him and bully him, but that's if Usyk sit his ass right there and fight with him. But if Usyk go in that motherfucking box, he give himself a damn good chance to be Anthony Joshua, bro. That's what I always been saying.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I see. When I see Anthony Joshua, I see a robotic person. Now people gonna argue, well, he been moving his last couple fights. Yeah, he been moving, but now you got a fighter in the opposite corner who know how to box just as fucking well. You ain't gonna be able to move around because he know how to move more fluid than you do, and he's been doing that a very long time. And you know, at the cruiserweight, I mean, him at cruiserweight, to me, he was just a bigger Lomachenko. So he definitely know how to box, use his angles. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go to different level, move his head to different levels. You know what I mean? So that Joshua won't be able to hit him. And what's gonna happen is for him when he fight Usyk, if he does fight Usyk, what's gonna happen is that she gonna turn him right back into the same robotic person coming forward, and he's gonna be there to be hit.
Yep, they gonna try to shrink that ring like they did with Chisora, with Derek Chisora, how they shrink the ring.
But that ain't gonna work though, because Usyk was already fighting a smaller ring.
Yep.
I don't see Usyk beating no Anthony Joshua.
Man, okay.
That one I don't see.
Okay. Yeah,
I see Usyk beating Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony Joshua gonna fuck his ass up.
No, I'm not saying
but Usyk gives his ass a problem.
I'm not saying that he'll beat him. I just say it's a problem. Like, bro, it's definitely a problem. Because styles do make fight, and that style right there, dog, I'm telling you, last two fights you've been seeing Joshua actually moving around the ring. You're not gonna be able to see that with another guy who know how to move around the ring twice as more than you know how to do better.
Yeah, Usyk can box, but he just don't look good at heavyweight to me. You know.
What
you think about that, Batman?
He ain't as physically strong at the heavyweight division, but he a skillful motherfucker.
But
for
if
somebody like
if he never get tough enough and hard, he might win. That's what they saying, Keith.
Yeah. Man, I mean, are they gonna make that fight? Because I thought the fight was pretty much, everything but signs.
Shit. Yeah, he the mandatory, and the WB ordered that shit. They WBO ordered it because Eddie Hearn couldn't provide proof that he was trying to make the Fury fight.
Right.
I'm telling you, they nervous about that Usyk fight, bro. That's why he's talking about Joshua tired of defenses. Why you tired of defenses now when it comes to Usyk? You see what I'm saying? Why you tired of defenses now? So they nervous about that Usyk fight. And for them same reasons, Batman and I said, because that motherfucker can box. And Anthony Joshua, his gas tank ain't there still. Of course, he tried to get on this. Like he was showing boxing skills against Andy Ruiz, but he ain't no masterful boxer like that. His ass is a banger, bro. He a banger that can try to box. Even then, Andy Ruiz still caught him and hurt his ass. He still caught him and hurt him.
Not just Andy Ruiz, he was getting knocked out in his camp. So
and the Pulev fight, I think Usyk a way better fighter than Pulev.
But he was getting knocked out in his camp.
He trash.
I bet.
Anthony Joshua was getting knocked out in his camp. So
hell yeah.
Man, his
black eyes and
no more.
Mm-hmm. And I like Anthony Joshua. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua. I fuck with him. The only thing I don't fuck with the shit he did with Wilder, and I put that shit on record every time. But I do like Anthony Joshua because he did help bring the heavyweight division back along with D. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was the fight. That was the biggest fight in boxing. I know fucking Tyson Fury and Wilder. That came in because of Deontay Wilder. But the biggest fight in boxing still even though both of them got L's, it's fucking Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, and they should have made that shit happen. They tried to fuck Deontay Wilder over, but they knew what was gonna happen. They knew what was gonna happen.
Right.
But right now it look more in Deontay's favor. Cause this man ain't come back yet, man. This man chin ain't back yet, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
Well, Anthony Joshua, he just got a chin. He got one of them chins like Julian Jackson. If you touch that motherfucker the right way, he's going. He got a Julian Jackson chin. That's just what it is. Let me get this super chat real quick. My man Zenith 360 off in the building, always showing love coming through. He says Hearn kept promoting AJ and Fury, knowing about the arbitration. He says because AJ got left behind and needed to get his name buzzing. The Saudi deal probably wasn't real because he couldn't prove it to the WBO. Hell yeah, facts. That shit wouldn't, man. I'm telling you. One thing Eddie Hearn know how to do is Eddie Hearn know how to promote the hell of it out of his fighters, and he know how to fucking lie with the greatest of them.
Now, what I am gonna say this. Now, the Saudis, they do have a lot of damn money. You know what I'm saying? And they did want to make that fight. They did want to make that fight, but they couldn't proceed to make the fight because of what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, to be honest with you, bro, I seen the Prince of Saudi in Vegas.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't even know that was him, but I seen him. You see what I'm saying? Not only did I see him, but he was, you know what I'm saying, had D, you know what I'm saying, beat Fury, he was gonna come and ask D how much would it take to make, you know what I'm saying, to have a fight over in Saudi, bro. No, that's real facts.
Yeah, them motherfuckers got that oil money.
So saying Wilder beats Fury and Joshua do what he got to do. Is that a fight that you can see being made in Saudi?
Hell yeah.
You think they're gonna try to pick up on it and get that shit done out there for the first fight?
Yep, I do.
Man, you know how much money do you, man? That's I think if the Saudis pick that up, that might be a $500 million fight.
Man,
at that point,
if it was a $500 million for Fury, damn, it's gonna be a $500 million for Deontay because you got to.
At that point, dog, that's gonna be like Manny Pacquiao Mayweather.
Bro, it's gonna. Do
you think it's gonna be a problem with the split though?
Hell no.
Nah, both of them got an L. What are you talking about? And Deontay Wilder got more value than.
Well, no, I'm saying, does he think that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn gonna come with some outrageous percentage?
No. They don't have no more juice like Deontay Wilder.
They still got 3 belts though.
He already Eddie on camera already talking about 50-50, so he'll be putting his own foot in it.
Oh, he said 50-50, okay. Because see, my whole thing was, well, he still do got 3 belts. So where he gonna go with that, you know?
All right, look, Anthony Joshua, when he lost the fat boy, the fat boy, the Andy,
going inside.
He ain't come back with vengeance like he supposed to. So his stock went all the way down. He won the fight, but his stock went down.
Right.
And you know, a lot of his people over there, they really stopped fucking with him because when he started voicing his opinion on everything that was going on with the social injustice and everything, a lot of them people stopped fucking with him. That's, you know, and then that's the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he over there with crackers.
I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he said what he said.
Me too.
Yeah. And it wasn't even this fucking.
And he stood on his square.
Yeah, he stood on the square. And it wasn't even this fucking. It wasn't even this comment. It was a letter that somebody wrote, and he read the shit. But like you say, I ain't gonna apologize about shit. He like, fuck it, y'all don't like it. That's y'all, motherfucker.
Right.
But that wasn't even this comment. That was somebody wrote it, and they had it. They handed him the letter and shit, and he was man enough to read that motherfucker. And I respect that about him.
Right, exactly. And like we said, he stood on the square, and they tried to make him back down. He was like, "Nah, I'm not taking back shit." You know, but man, we at 2 hours now, man. Another great show. We got Tay Jones in the building, got a whole lot of information out. Once again, we got my man Batman, always money. Man, let me get y'all last words, man. Whoever want to start.
Man, I just want to see, man, the great boxers and the greatest skill sets against the greatest skill sets in boxing, man. I just need to see this shit, man. You know, before these dudes get old and like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd, like we couldn't really enjoy that. I want to get these dudes in their primes, man, when they still young.
Right. Man, I feel you. And y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all hit the like button. Sub to the channel. If you're not already a sub to the channel, hit the like button and sub to the channel. And then make sure that you sub to Money Brown TV. Also, you know, yeah, Batman. Salute to you, Batman. And Tay, man, let me get your last words, man.
Man, the 24th. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Like I said, like I told Sugar Hill, it's going down on that bit. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I hope everybody, you know, be there. Come out and support just the fight. You know what I'm saying? The cause, because it's definitely gonna be a ripple effect afterwards. Man, you know, everybody read Proverbs 6:31, because that's what time it is.
And when you got a chance, and I can't wait for him to get his belt back, because one thing about Wilder, just like he said in his interview, all that other shit he not worried about. He just want to be a champion that always fight the best. He ain't never gonna duck no smoke, and he ain't running from nobody. Right? He want to fight the best, and that's all he's always showed us. That he was a champion chasing down the best. We don't see that too often in boxing nowadays.
Hey,
the man champion chasing down the best. Come on.
You see the chat? No, I'm talking right here.
What's in the chat?
Somebody, a bunch of clowns, very sad of you all. Yeah, I feel sad for you too, Fredo.
I hope that he here on July the 25th. I hope that he come right over here on July the 25th. Drew Titan in the building. He says, but if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house.
Yes, sir.
That's real talk.
Proverbs
6:31. But if he is caught, you must pay back 7 times what you stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house. That's real talk. Proverbs 6:31.
Yep.
Real talk, Drew. And make sure that y'all go subscribe to Drew Titan. He do his show early in the morning. Man, I'll be catching Drew Titan. It's 6 o'clock in the 6 a.m. my time. So yeah. World Combat Sports said you better get to selling. Real talk. Man, money. Man, let me get your last words.
Shouts out to everybody in the chat came through showing love, man. Shouts out to everybody that super chatted. Much love, much appreciated. Make sure y'all follow me at Money Brown TV. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Money_the writer. Y'all know we be out there doing great work. Stream every fight every Sunday if y'all need somewhere to watch the fights, man. Continue to support. Shouts out to my bro Bet, who always on the grind, who go ride for his fucking brothers like he's supposed to. One of the hardest working mans over here. Shouts out to my bro Tay, who came through and gave all us a fresher breath air by stepping on this fucking YouTube scene. Because he don't have to do this shit. A big dog out in these streets doing this thing. Y'all support him. Just got a W and finna catch another body. You feel me? And we all waiting on the 24th, man. We all waiting on the 21st. You know, we got these dates coming up. Beck, we waiting on Gary as well, Beck. You know we love Gary too. You feel me? But y'all continue.
Hey, y'all gotta talk to Al Heyman about that.
Hell yeah, I know, bro. But to continue to support us, man. And like I say, I can't wait for Wilder to get like this is the biggest thing. Like I felt like Malik, man. I felt like Malik Scott when he was saying this is the biggest thing. Like I don't give a damn what's going on. I just need Wilder to get this title back from this man to put everything right back in the right perspective. And I can't wait because I'm on the big media ads, bro. I cannot wait for this W. I cannot wait. But Wilder will prevail. I feel it 120% with every bone in my body. I feel like that Fury cheated with every bone in my body. I can't stand that motherfucker. And I'm standing on my square. You feel me? And we gonna keep rocking out like that, man. Appreciate everybody. Y'all know how I get down. Big dog status, family.
Yes, sir. And appreciate everybody on the panel. Tay, Batman, Money. Y'all already know, man. We do this for y'all. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait till July the 24th. You know what I'm saying? I've already been thinking about, shit, when I'm aware. God damn, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna step out. Like I said, they might step out in the Frank Lucas meat. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how hot it is. Hey, man, I can't wait till July the 24th. Another great show. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, sub to the channel. I got a video dropping right after, probably like 20 minutes from now. I'm about to drop another video. Make sure that you go check out Money Brown because he finna drop another one. And just continue to, support the channel. And we all got love for everybody, even the haters. Until next time, we out. There you go, talking that boxing again. I'm gone.